Hi guys, and welcome to my tutorial on colour theory and Adobe Colour. So when you come to make your work, you're going to want to choose colours that work well together and that complement each other. Now this can be quite difficult if you're sort of going in blind and just using trial and error. So that's why it's important to learn just a little bit about colour theory in order to make your work look a lot more professional. So colour theory is something that you'll go on to learn about in university, but basically what it is a set of rules that have been devised over the years by designers about which colours work well together. So if we have a look at this infographic here, we can see that it's based around what we call the colour wheel. And what we're given along the right hand side is different rules about how to move around on the colour wheel. So if I just go through a few of these, we've got analogous, which is colours that are next to each other on the colour wheel. We've got complementary, which is colours that are opposite each other on the colour wheel. We've got triadic, so that's three colours spaced equally apart on the colour wheel. Or we've got split complementary, which is a colour and the two colours next to its complement on the colour wheel. So these are just a few of the rules that you can learn, and each one of these rules will give your work its own unique look. So if you get the chance, this is definitely worth diving into, as it can really take your work to the next level. But for now, we're going to have a look at Adobe Colour. I'll get that up. So this is Adobe Colour, so this is at colour.adobe.com, and it's colour spelt the American way. So what Adobe Colour is it's an interactive tool that basically allows you to create colour themes based on different rules. So for instance, we've got the colour wheel in the middle here, and as you can see on the colour wheel we've got different nodes. So depending on what is selected along the left hand side here, which colour harmony rule, we can move these nodes around and they will move in certain ways. So as you can see, once I've done that, below we're given our colour theme. Now if I go down these colour harmony rules and change it, so let's go monochromatic, or triad, complementary, split complementary, double split complementary, square, compound, shades, and custom. So what custom will allow you to do is basically just move all of these around by yourself and not apply any colour rules. So you can basically create your own theme. So for now, I'll stick with, let's go complementary. Actually, let's go split complementary. Okay, so each one of these nodes also represents a different lightness. So as I click around these nodes, you should see the colour wheel begin to change lightness. So that means that you can have control over your shadows and your highlights. So how can you use this? So let's think about how this can be used. Say you've done your photography, or maybe you've shot your video, and while you were doing that you lit your image with, say, a blue light, or maybe your subject was wearing maybe a blue jumper and you want to find colours that work aesthetically well with your image. So what I would do is I would come in and I'd find a highlight colour and set that to blue, and then below, depending on what we've got selected over here, I will be given a theme, and then I know that each one of these colours will work well with the image that I've got. So there's a few different ways to bring this into Photoshop. The first way would be to sign in to your Adobe account here, and then what you can do is come below, name it, so let's call this Colour Theme 1, save it to your library. So if I press save, and now open Photoshop, where I'm also logged in, find libraries here, Colour Themes, and then as you can see, Colour Theme 1 is automatically there, and as I click on each of these colours, the colour will change within Photoshop, so that's ready to be used. Another way of doing it would be to use the hash codes. So below each colour, we're given a code with a hashtag in front of it. So all of these codes are unique to every single colour. Every colour has one, and these can be used to copy colours over in different applications. So let's copy this sort of beigey colour here. I'll go Ctrl C to copy, come into Photoshop, open my colour selector, and then down here at the bottom we've got the hash number. I can paste, Ctrl V, and then OK, and then that colour is selected. So that's another way to use the colours from Adobe Colour. The third way would be to take a screenshot, so I'll just screenshot this, of the theme, and then open Photoshop and drag that in, and then I can maybe just place this down here somewhere, and then if I open my colour picker, then I can just hover over these different colours, click, and it will select each one. Now this can just be turned on and off as you're working, so I'll call this colour theme, and while you're working, say you're going to make a new box or a new bit of text, you can come back to your colour theme layer, turn it on, choose which colour you want, and then turn it back off. So that's another way to use it. So if I go back to Adobe Colour, let's go to the next tab. So let's have a look at Extract Theme. Now this is a really powerful tool that I probably use more than any other tool on this website. So what this allows you to do is upload an image, and Adobe Colour will extract the colour theme from that image. So I'll show you what I mean. If I click Select File, I'll select this image. And as you can see, it's provided us with a range of colours that are present in that image. So like the colour rules, we're given here a choice of colour moods. So we've got colourful, bright, muted, deep, dark, and none. And again, none will just allow you to drag these around wherever you want without a colour rule, and select your own theme. So for now, I'll stick with colourful. And again, these can be used in exactly the same way, copying the hashes or screenshotting or whatever. So I'm just going to save this as magazine. Press save. And then if I go into Photoshop, I've got a tab open. I'll show you how I've used these. So as you can see, I've got the image here as my main focal point of the magazine, and all of the text around me all conforms to these colour rules. So as you can see, the word peace here is this brown. I've got this sort of dark blue and this lighter blue over here, and they all work to complement this image. So even without much work, we're already achieving a much more professional look by keeping our colours all consistent. So if I go back to Adobe Colour, there is also the choice to extract a gradient as well. So you can extract a fade of colours, and there's also a game on here as well, but don't go on that. So if we go back to the top, say you get to Adobe Colour and you're a bit sort of lost for ideas, we have a tab called Explore. So what this will allow us to do is look at different colour themes that have been maybe made by other people, that have been uploaded to this website. So we can either browse them, or we can even type things in. So maybe you're making a magazine that's focused on maybe summer, or like wellness, or autumn, or gardening, anything like that. You can type into this bar along the top. So if I type in gardening, then what Adobe Colour will do, it'll search and it'll provide us with colours that complement that idea. So this is so handy, and you can really type anything in and find different colour themes. So also along the top, we've got trends. So what this does is provide us with a set of trends that are currently being used in design. So we can see different photo shoots, we can see different types of graphic design, different types of illustration. So if we click on, say, this one here, then as you can see, this all complements this image. That's actually probably been extracted from that image, and we can use that also in our work. Okay, so that's Adobe Colour. Like I say, a very powerful tool, something that you should try and use within your work to get a consistent aesthetic. And not only that as well, you also learn as you use it. So not only will it help your work look a lot more professional, but it's also a great educational tool as well, and it's good for learning what colours complement each other. Okay guys, thanks.